absolute self-accountability is critical, but I'm not going to overdo that to the point where it's not beneficial. That there's a certain degree of, okay, the puck went in, this is how it happened, this is what I did wrong, that's it. There's no more need to think about this. I've gotten what I need out of it. Anything more is only going to beat me down more. I'm definitely not listening to somebody who I wouldn't take your advice, so I would take your criticisms for that as well.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like there's few people that I respect in terms of the hockey world. And they're also, surprise, surprise, not the people commenting on random videos on the internet. No, you'd be surprised how few NHL goalie coaches comment on videos on the internet. It's usually so-and-so who played high school sports and then is super unhappy with the way things are going, and so they make fun of teenagers on the internet, which is usually why the internet's so great.
You know, the only one that comes to mind is Connor Ingram, goalie for Utah.
Yeah.
He'll comment to my stuff every now and then. He'll call me an idiot, like on a public comment.
That's pretty funny. That's kind of funny.
I think it's hilarious. But I read the comment and I think to myself, dude, I'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you think I'm an idiot? I'd love to hear why. Right? Like, clearly you're doing something. You're making money. You're playing the show. You play at a higher level than I have. You know something I don't. Tell me why. I'd love, but I sent him a message to come on the show. I never heard back, of course. But he still comments on stuff.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, well.
And any high-level goalie is more than welcome to come on the show, and if you want to shit on me, we can have a conversation. I'll play devil's advocate both ways. I'd love to hear what you got to say, but yeah. I think we covered just about everything. The ECHL bunks is the last thing I got for you. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Which one?
The ECHL bunks. The traveling setup.
Oh.
Like how you guys travel in the ECHL.
Bus. Unless it was, some teams would fly far away. Like obviously when Newfoundland was in the league, you had to fly to Newfoundland. Bus, just beds. Usually 2 or 3 beds stacked up. Sometimes, depending on your bus, the beds were an appropriate size for someone of our stature, and sometimes they were not. The worst one I had was we had a 4 and 5 at home in Tulsa, so 4 games of 5 nights. So Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I played all 4. Super good for the body.
Yep.
Hopped on a bus, 22 hours to Charlotte. Charleston, South Carolina, and so we didn't have enough beds on the bus, but I was a starting goalie, so I got the privilege of a bed, but I was a rookie, so not a good bed. So my bed was about 4'5", and so I was in a ball for 22 hours above the coaches too. Like I wasn't even in a good spot with the boys. I was above the coaches for 22 hours. Oh, and then we had to play South Carolina on Tuesday, and then Wednesday in Atlanta, and then Greenville on the Friday, and then up to I don't know, maybe Brampton or something crazy, but that's when I got called up, and so I didn't have to finish the road trip. I just remember that 22 hours on a 4'5" bed as a 6'4" man is very tough for the spine.
It's a bit of a handle.
It's a bit of, and then to still play, and then to be like, oh, you have to play peak-performance after this. This is super good after eating gas station and IHOP.
The Bucky's gas station,
yeah.
Like the pulled beef subs.
Yeah, and I tried. I was like a health freak then too, and so I tried to do the best. But sometimes there's only so much you can do at Denny's, man. The Grand Slam only takes you so far.
Oh, all you can eat pancakes though.
Yeah, carb load, man.
Yes, sir. You ever miss that though? A little bit.
I don't miss. Well, I miss like the stories and like.
This is why we play hockey, though, right?
And you complain so much about it in the moment, but then you look back and laugh because it's like cool life experience. I miss going to war every day with my teammates, and like even if they're not like your best friends, you're your teammates. You're your brothers to a degree, and like you go out and you bleed, you sweat. Like I miss that, and I miss sitting in the room after a skate, like just half dressed and just shooting the shit. I miss that. Like I don't. Like here, it's a new city for me, so like I'm still like gaining friends. I don't play like beer league or men's league, so like I don't have that. I don't want to play men's league or beer league. It's not the same, but I just miss that like camaraderie and the laughing and the music and like the pump up music after a win. Guys are half naked, just giving her, having a good time, and you just have a couple of beers in the room. That's the fun part of hockey that like everyone misses at the end, and I'm no different. That's what I miss.
And having the morning coffee, showing up an hour and a half, 2 hours before the skate or the post-practice shower. I don't know if you were the same type of guy. I loved getting in the shower, coming out, and then a couple of the guys, we just go and run to the diner across the street or go and have a nice bite.
Yeah, I just being around the team and just like that. Also, like, you are in a bubble from real life and how everyone lives. Even if you're in the coast and you're only making $500 a week, like you're to wake up and just practice and then your day's done by 1 o'clock. Like it's not real life. Now that I'm in real life, it's not real life. And so I do miss kind of just not having that responsibility and stuff at all. But again, like I was 23 to 27 I played, and that was a part of my life, and that's it. But yeah, mostly the boys. And so it's nice that like, it's the one upside of social media is I can keep track and still communicate with like people. And even now I try to reach out with some guys that I played with that like I just don't have their numbers anymore, and just say, hey, what's going on? I was just thinking about this, and this. And that's the cool part about it. But yeah, that's what I miss.
I mean, you were just talking about like Michael Hutchinson before we started recording. I've been chatting with Hutch a little bit, but you've known him for a while, and that's the guy I've been trying to get on the podcast, or Comms, right? Like you've known him for a while. It's that beauty, like keeping that synergy going. And
like Comms and I talk pretty frequently. Like he's an unbelievable person too. Great guy, great goalie. I'm glad that obviously the Jets are doing really well right now, and I'm glad he's playing well. But last week, Comms gave up 2 not very good RVH goals, and I get a text from him at like 11:30 at night, being like, "Yo, I'm gonna get torched. I gave up 2 RVH goals," and like it's just so funny. Like I love that I can have that and still be able to talk to some of those guys and like watch them on TV. And use their clips to help teach my goalies. Like that's a cool thing to me. And like Comms, anytime I need, like, hey Comms, we're talking about practice habits. Can you record a quick video for my goalies? Always does it. Like
that's awesome.
That's awesome. That kind of stuff I'm very fortunate for, that hockey has allowed me those connections.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.